takes time, but we can, have new resources for things that can be done separately. This is my idea, but
that makes sense to me.
But I'm pretty sure that if Mohammed, just have more efforts and they give us this month, everything can be solved. Am I right, Mohammed?
Yeah, I thought about that also. I think maybe because I'm onboarded, maybe someone is has more experience from me. But because I'm onboarded with the project, I should do that in the shorter time.
Oh, sure.
That's what I think.
So we're waiting for Ramin. Ramin has joined, and Amin and Sharik.
Here, I have a question for you guys. Would you think it would be useful if we stream the notes in this call as well as like we do in other calls?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I don't know, Mia. Do you mind to stream the notes? I'll put it in the. Are you there? Wait, sorry.
Yeah, notes I can share it too.
Okay. Meeting notes. I'm gonna post them in the meeting notes section.
Today we just we don't follow up every routine like the other meetings that you have. Today we just plan for the demo, and after that we have time retro and talk about releases and these things. It's not a solid agenda for every meeting.
Yeah, totally. I just take notes anyway because it helps also for my brain organization. But sometimes we just look at the board.
So shall we? We don't have Amin. Okay, let's start. Thank you everyone for joining. Today we just have demo and review of our last 2 weeks. It's not called sprints because we're not on a Scrum, but we have to review what we've done. For the last 2 weeks that we had, we demoed the admin pro first, styling and deployed, not deployed things, just on the async test. And we want to have a review of what we've done during these 2 weeks. And after that, we want to have a demo to make sure that everything is all set. And let's look at our plan for the next launch that we have during this month, and may have a look to design problems that we have right now. I would love to have Cherry. Would you please tell Cherry to come? We're a little dependent to him about the design. Thank you. So it's all for me. No distractions. I pass it to Matto.
Hey guys. Same as Monique, I want to be checking on all of the progress. Yesterday, I did the first release of this new stage of our development. So many things to improve. I know that the next release will go a lot smoother than this one. From my side, I've only been working on the admin dashboard. I can really give a quick demo on it. I solved some small issues on the front end. And I'm interested also in discussing and maybe explaining to everyone how the releases will be working. I talked with Monique about it and kind of explained it in the chat, but essentially is just how the flow will work for patches, minor and major releases from now on. And I think I'm missing something else very important. No, maybe we have time by the end to keep talking about what we were talking in the other call, because I think that was important. And I'll pass it to Min. Or you are eating, Lauren. Don't worry, man. Yeah, I mean, it's an easy thing.
Good. Oh yeah, I'm good. So my intentions for the call are just to. Well, I'm excited to hear this, the verbal explanation of how the releases will work, and just like sync up with you guys, take notes, stream the call, hang out. I'll pass it to Griff.
I am distracted by making a smoothie, but I'm in two places at once, which is fun. I will. I'm obviously all these things are cool. Very excited to hear about how I should push for Kai and Carlos and anyone else who I should push for to start helping us. And then also, I would really love to hear what our thoughts are on mobile and how important mobile like functionality is. And I just don't know. I'm not saying that we need to push it or anything. I'm just curious about like what our stance is on mobile. And I'll pass it to. Well, it looks like Amin is. No, it means yeah.
Done chewing.
Yeah, I'm so eager to know what will be our practice for releasing the application, and how we will distribute tasks among devs, and how we can manage it. I pass to Rami.
Hi everyone, I'm gonna show you what we have done in the last 2 weeks, and I don't have any distractions right now. I pass to Don.
Hi everyone, I'm feeling good. I'm here to see the demo and the recent releases and the features. And I just jumped in testing Giveth.io, and also I want to test Trace as well. And I'm excited to see what's the update. And I pass it on to Mohammed.
Hey everyone, I'm good, and my intention for this call is showing you some few things that we did it in the last sprint. And I would pass it to Mia.
Thanks. I'm just here to stay updated and informed, and I'll pass it on to Jerry.
Hey everyone, I'm good and I have no distractions. My intention is show what I do in this sprint. I will pass it to, I think, Lauren, maybe, I don't know. Who's remaining?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Let's start with demo. We don't have enough time. Ramin, I would love to start with you because it takes too much time, everything. But if you please shorten it to 10 minutes maximum, it would be great. Thank you.
Let me share my screen.
2 minutes all or each.
Okay, do you have my screen? Okay. Yes. There were some issues that I faced in the last 2 weeks. I think from here, these are the pull requests I had. In the last 2 weeks, the most important are analyzing the images on the Giveth.io app. There were some duplicate images. We had 2 same folders that are the images were duplicate in those 2 folders. I analyzed them and removed the biggest images, and also we had some pictures that were very big. For example, more than 1 MB. I optimized them with Photoshop, and totally I could reduce the application size by 7 MB. The other pull request I had was analyzing package.json. There were some packages that was never imported in the application that wasn't used, or they were used but not important. I could remove them easily without affecting anything. I think I could remove more than 10 packages, maybe 12 packages I could remove. And the other thing I did was adding the ESLint and Prettier to the application. As you know, ESLint helps us to have a much integrated and maintainable code across, because different developers are working on the same application. And as you see here, 100. It was a very hard task for me, because when you run ESLint on the, not from the start of. Normally, we should run ESLint when we start a project or start an application. But when an application is written, it's a little hard, because a lot of changes needed because a lot of errors you should handle when you run ESLint. As you see here, 140 files are changed, and about 3,000 lines on the application are affected. But the ESLint and Prettier was necessary for the application, so we had to do it. But this is only once, and we did it once, and from now on, we should make ourselves committed to the ESLint and Prettier standards. Yes, and this is the most important pull request that I had. I pass it back to Moni.
And do you want to add something about the trace side, or this is enough?
Trace side, I think we didn't have important.
Okay. Matteo, for the ESLint, I just want to let you know that I think it's a huge thing. All the codes are affected, and I just want to be more collaborate with Ramin about that. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can check it again, because I know that was a pain months ago. I tried with James, so we totally ditched it because it was really complicated and not worth our time by the moment, but now it's important. So I want to check what Ramin made, and maybe I can give a hand on that. Yeah, let me see it, and I'll get back to you, Ramin.
Thank you. Sorry, Monique. I just forgot to add something about the trace, as you mentioned. I forgot that we had the pull request about the withdraw, that the user can, for example, user have 3 different tokens, and he can choose which one he wanna withdraw. That the tokens that are the balance are higher than our threshold. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it was originally, proposed by Danny, and I think it's kind of important for you to know, Griff and Lauren. When a project or a trace has several tokens, and just one of them are below the $300 worth, you cannot withdraw before. You cannot withdraw all of them before. So we add this feature when the user want to collect the amount, could be able to choose between the tokens. And thanks, Ramin, for the all information. Let's move to Metal. Are you there?
Yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah, can you see it? I'm not seeing, so I hope confirmation verbally, please.
Yes.
Okay. So I took and made some improvements on how we're handling the table.
We are just seeing your Discord.
Really? Okay, give me a second. Here? Can you see it now?
No.
You are just seeing your Discord page.
Weird. Okay, let me try again. What about now? List.
Yes, list.
Okay, and it's moving right. So yeah, I was mentioning that I made some improvements on how we handle the resources on Admin Pro and the bulk options. So for starters, we can now make bulk. It was only possible to do listing and delisting, and I added verifying the project, unverify the project, activate the project, and cancel the project. Fix the table. Now it sees the status ID here. For some reason, I cannot change the order of the table. I want to try that. And yeah, for example,
What about selecting? What about group canceling?
Group canceling. Yeah, here it is. Cancel project. For example,
I saw the select column. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So for example, this one is active and this one is cancelled. If we both cancel them, we can see that the hello project and the Algernon Gordon effect project is both cancelled. Let's activate this one again, and it's active. It is going to be the same for the verification. Here you can see that this one is not verified, and this one also is not verified. Let's verify them. And there it is. Let's get this back to unverify, and it will work. So that's the new parts about the bulk actions, and then the other part that I fixed is related to the users because I was having problems with authentication. So right now, every admin will be able to create a new user, assigning a password and all of that. If you have to do it, you just have to be careful to set the role as admin. And the login type here needs to be password. I would have to change the schema to make this default for admin roles, but I didn't see that as much priority right now. I just know that this login type was required for something that James did months ago. So I left it. But it's kind of annoying. So if you want to create a new user, you have to do the same and set password here. For now, this is staying. I mentioned Monique that this is hidden in production right now because all of the bulk actions that I showed you are not connected to the segment events. So by the time that I do that, I will basically put it available to everyone, and I will create one admin user, and then I will start creating one for everyone that needs one. And after that, I just can let it like open because every admin will be able to create new admins. And that's it. Do
you have any ideas how we can test it on staging data? With the staging data, for example, we can test and confirm that it's working or don't have any problem.
This is staying. You just have to go to serve.giveth.io/admin, and you log in with this credential, mateo@admin.com, and the password is 1234556.
And do we have a test report from someone else than you on the
The little group that I didn't want to make it that open because I wanted to close feedback, so I just let Mitch, Ashley, Lauren, and Hannah know. So the reports are from there. But I can tell them to do it more thoroughly using the issues on GitHub.
Yeah, I just want to make not get surprised on the production. It might have some holes or
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. Sorry for interruption.
No, I think that's it. I just need to add the segment events. That's basically it. Because I redid some of the functions. I want to use only one just to avoid duplicated code. And I was only worried about, the segment event calls are sometimes kind of heavy, and it can get the application kind of slow. So I'm trying to see what's the best approach to that. For example, we are only showing maximum 10 bits in here. I want to check if making 10 segment calls won't make it slow down. And yeah, that's it. I did some minor issues on the front end, but yeah, I don't think that's worth demoing. It's really simple.
Thank you. Mohammed or Cherik, I invite Cherik. Cherik, are you ready for showing us the files you did?
Yeah, it's not completed, but I can show some things to you.
Thank you.
Share. Okay, as all of you know, I'm working on the design system, so I need to have many meetings with Mosaic, and the result is we have a separate npm package that includes all of our components we need in new design system that use all of our project. I have spent about 4 days to investigate how to implement a npm project that support TypeScript, style components, storybook, and their components. After that, I implemented some of our components here. Can you see my screen? Yeah. These components are just basic components, and we should implement some complex components later. But in the storybook, you can see implemented components, something like buttons that we have changed the primary or size. And if the developer wants to use that, just change here and copy the code here. So it improves our speed, and just we can install the npm package into the project and then use it, or components that implements button, links, overlines, b tag, captions, lead, paragraph, semi-title, sublines, title, and display tags, and headline tags. The button component is not finished yet. After that, I will after that I complete the button, I should go for data blocks here. I think it's finished tomorrow. It will finish tomorrow. If you have any question, I will.
Interesting. I just want Matteo to see what you're doing right now to get more collaboration on using this stuff on the code. I know that you have some coordination with Ramin for that, but Matteo, if you have some question, you can directly ask me, Ramin, or Cherik about it. And Ramin, do you think that you're blocked by the Cherik right now to start implementing homepage?
As I talked with Cherik today, Cherik is working on the storybook and he's gonna publish it on NPM, publish our design system on NPM. So we can import it on all of our projects. And if needed to change one thing, he can change it on NPM and all of the projects are changed. This is a very good idea. But I think, as Cherik said, I think it's he needs 2 days to complete it. He needs 2 days to complete it. And currently I'm working on Board.js to wrap it on the whole application. I also can help Cherik to complete it faster, but what you say, I will work on that.
Okay, so you mean that you're blocking? Onboarding on JS is related to our goal. I appreciate it because we have to have it. When you see the design of the homepage, you can easily understand that it's needed on the top of the page. Take a look at the homepage design, guys. When you please scroll it, at the top you can see the connected account and also Giveth token. I love it. So the Onboard JS is related to this, but I just want to know, Cherik, without any pressure, how much days it takes for you to finish it, you think?
I think I need 2 days. But if Ramin can help me, we can do it faster. As you say.
Okay, 2 days is good. Thank you. Matteo, do you have any question? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I have just a quick comment about this homepage design thing. So I know, I guess it won't get implemented until all these design components things are done, but I actually did want to change the whole copy for it, and then maybe that would be nice to do before it all gets put up there, so it doesn't need to be then changed later. So, I guess I can just try to change that in the Figma, and then before Ramin works on it, maybe you could just message me and be like, I'm getting started on implementing this for the homepage.
We plan to start right now.
Right now. Right now.
Yeah, because we don't have time. It takes at least 4 or 6 component page to implement it. Each one takes at least, I think, 3-4 days. And if you just calculate it, we run out of time right now. To be honest. So. I just continuously following up with Mosaidi to have this, and we have this design a day before, at 11 o'clock in the morning, and right after, I give it to Ramin to start working on it.
Did Marco review this and also give it the thumbs up?
I assume it's yes, but I don't know what happened at their working group thing, but now just following up Mosaidi. I had to confirm from Marco that Mosaidi is our contact point. So, what is the contact point?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so please be aware, or I just want to let you know that we just started. Because if we don't start right now, we couldn't finish it, I think. Yeah. Metal, do you have any question or something?
Yeah, I was gonna to ask about coordination between us. I know that Ramin and myself are likely the front ends in here. So, what do you think, man? That we should take or decide with time what tasks to take, because I can also help with this part a lot. So I don't know, by the time that Sharik finalizes the designs and all of that, I think that we can decide on what to do and make agreements on what responsibility to take. Maybe we can move faster in that. So I don't know.
I really appreciate to have meetings. Name it stand up, name it whatever. At what time at the day, like right after this meeting you can have meetups and decide. I'm just want the task to be done and get inside the team. I'm not the one who say Ramin do this or Cherish do that. I just want to say this is the whole procedure, and Metal, the whole things better than me. And I invite you please to I can set up that meeting for you if you're interested. Ramin, Sherik, please let me know to have a timing. If you right now plan is just Ramin to start working on onboard.js, and Sherik focused on implementing the styles. And after that the style is ready, we may have this plan. But
yeah,
what do you think?
Perfect.
So shall I set a meeting for it for your collaboration, or you can chat? Or
yeah, we can do it after the design is ready. I think that's a proper time.
I suggest split the components to each other, and maybe Chorik as a gatekeeper review all the pull requests in order to make the implementation fast. I guess it's prioritized to first implement a style component and then jump to other files.
It's a good idea. What do you think? Front end devs should decide.
Yes.
I don't know if the other body doesn't have any jobs. They can help me and do tasks together, but I don't know about their plans.
Let's do it. I think we can have a short meeting right after this meeting and talk about about the components, and after that styles. We just have homepage right now. We might have project page tomorrow from Musaidi, and after that donation, list of project details, and the user dashboard. Based on my gentleman agreement with Musaidi, we have to have all the designs until next Monday, which I thought we can get, but we just had that agreement. So thank you. Mohammed, would you please?
Sure. Do you have my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay. The one of most important things that I did in this sprint was migrating the CI/CD for Impact Graph project from SQL side to GitHub Actions. It's a modern tools. It's integrated with everything of projects are in GitHub, our board, our CI/CD, and other things. And it had a good point that I got familiar with the servers, production, staging servers, and deployment of Impact Graph, and it was good for me as well. It was the one of thing that I did it, and after that, we have an issue that when creating, we have checked doesn't have special characters, but in the update project we didn't have any checking for that. I did it, and because Mitch accepted that I don't show you. We don't have lots of time. I want to make it short. And we have some problem when we want to by hearts, sort projects by hearts in the Giveth.io. We were getting errors, and now it's okay and works. Mitch tested that, but I show you because it's easy to show it. Yeah, it's already sorted by, yeah, and we can change the sorts. And one thing that I did was, we had problem on uploading photos, uploading anything in the Giveth.io project. For example, the picture of project and something like that, and it would take one step. One thing that I worked in the last sprint was the Giveback project that it's not related to Giveth.io, so I would not show it. But if you want, I can show it, but I think it's not related to Giveth.io. And another thing I did in the Giveth race, that when we want to create a verified campaign from Giveth.io projects, and the Giveth.io project didn't have any picture, we faced a problem and error, and I fixed that. As you see, this project comes from a project from Giveth.io project that doesn't work now. It's something that I did. Maybe I missed something, but it was there. And as Matteo said in the beginning of the meeting, we deployed Giveth Next and Impact Graph in the production. So almost all of our chains are in the production now, and you can test it and give us feedback. If you have any question.
I have a question about the hearts thing. So wait, you were saying that you fixed the hearts showing up thing, right? Because I think it's still being strange. Just like when I refresh Giveth, it's like, and then I go to click the, I don't know. It was being really strange. Now it seems to be working again. But I would like refresh and then click. There would be no hearts shown. Then I would click, and then it would show the number of hearts, and then I'd have to click again to show up to like actually like the project.
What time did you test that out?
Good question.
Well, yesterday I was doing it, and then just now I did, but then I hard refreshed, and it seemed to load the same at first, and now the hearts are showing up again properly. I think it's still a little buggy with the hearts. I don't really know exactly what's happening on there. Anyway, maybe this is not right now, but I'll keep testing, and I'll just say if I see anything else.
Yeah, we deployed. Oh, thanks. Sorry, we deployed the Impact Graph 3 hours ago. So if before that you tested that, it had problem for sure.
Okay.
But now I think it's okay. But if it had problem, give us feedback. Thanks.
Okay.
It's a good situation, Lauren. You know, I just want you say that and you shower it. And I just want to address the matter that to see what impacts it might have on the end user. For example, assume there are thousands of people using the platform, if we just go to production front end first, and we wait for the back end side, it might make a disaster. Maybe financials, and we have to be very careful about the timing of the version, and to make sure everyone's there, can support, and we are all set. And I ask you as a team member, please consider it. We voted you to take responsibility of the versioning of the IO. So it's very, very important to make sure all the stakeholders, all the developers, all the changes, can be done. You have to be representative of the customer, as Lauren. So yeah, just a request.
Yeah, totally. I apologize because when I did it yesterday, I thought that the impact graph was just ready to go, and then I saw the pull request from Mohammed waiting for a variable, and I didn't have that variable, so yeah, I had to hold off and made the mistake and the decision to just go with it and wait for it. So next time I'll do a rollback and just be sure for it. So yeah, I'm sorry about it.
No, not sorry at all. Thank for your. Did you see our version lately? I think it's a huge thing. We have to celebrate our version that we made.
Totally.
In lots of change. How many lines or files you said?
That's a screenshot. That was scary. It was. Let me see, because I had to share it. Give me a second.
Yeah.
It was.
And please continue after that about the versioning that you want to mention.
1,416 files changed in this only one release. That's scary, but we did it great. Nothing broke.
I appreciate all the stakeholders to test more on the production side, and to make sure we don't have any something missed. I found some buggy layer bugs today. I will update it in the board. However, thanks all of you. So about the versioning, Mato, we're listening.
So we chose to go. Well, Monica and myself, we were talking, and we thought that the best way to go is to have a versioning from 3 numbers: x point x point x, which x are like major, then the minor, and then the patches for the versioning. So we started from 1.0.0, where the 0.0.0 are minor and patch changes. Whenever we are going to make a major change that's like a super big release, we'll move the first number. If we are doing just new features or minor changes, that's going to be the second number. And if we are only fixing some bugs or doing minor changes, we're going to move up the last number. So we're going to have kind of in sync versioning for the app as a whole app. So let's say the first version, the current version that it is right now, 1.0.0, is having the 1.0.0 version of the next app and the same number or whatever number that is in the impact graph. That is to keep like traceability of what features we're adding, and also they are going to be related to a pull request. So in case that a version breaks, we can move back to another one with no issue. So I have a question. I don't know, maybe Monica has the answer, or anybody else here. But what should be the best way to keep track of this version of this general version of the application that relates to the backend and the frontend, and we can all see how it moves? Because so far we can keep track of the impact graph and the next app in SendHub and GitHub with the same number, but where should we have this one that is related to the general application? That's like my only concern, and maybe you know some answer to that.
I'm not very technical, as you know, but I had the experience of naming the version. We have naming, the business naming, and the technical naming. We just relate them, in a sheet, simply in a sheet. For example, in the business side, I tell the audience, for example, for the iOS app, we have the version 12.0.6, for example. And it relates to 4 or 5 repos or maybe, and that they have different naming. So, no, I don't care, it just my naming, manually. And I change it. I just relate it to the versioning that the technical team said to me. But the technical team, for each request from, for example, the iOS side or for the website, or maybe for the we have the PC application too. From the PC application side, he give me a list which has all of issues in it. For example, I understand that I have to check all the issues is done, and after that confirm it to have a version. But I named the version myself. It doesn't information. It does have some standards for sure, but it's not very strictly defined. And this is my experience. I appreciate if you have any more experience.
Yeah, perfect. That answers pretty much. So where should be the medium to hold that sheet? So everyone is like aware of it. Should we use Notion? I don't know. What do you think?
Before, I just want to know, hear more from Amin Mohammed if you have any more experiences naming the version.
Cherrik has proposed the semantic versioning. It's maybe he can tell it more. I guess it's an automatic way of versioning the project. Cherrik, can you tell us about it?
Sure. Semantic release is fully automated semantic versioning, something like the policy you increase the versions that you told, but it's fully automated and get the commit message and write release note in the GitHub. So it's fully automated, and if it's configured correctly, we don't need to do manually or check it by person. It's really good. I tested in the npm package that I showed to you. I use this. It's really good, I think.
Yeah, we can make it all of it automated. It's a well-known practice in software delivery.
Can we have it for several repos with different versioning name? For example, assume you have a project that has 5 or 6 repos, and each repo has its versioning.
No.
I guess what you can do is to have organize all of the organize these issues in the ZenHub board and tag them to a specific milestone, and say, okay.
That's what we are doing right now. But Mato just want to ask me because there we have to name it manually. Mato was just asking, how can I name it? And I say my experiences that I just related them. And right now we related, Mato relates all the done issues. If you filter from the ZenHub or last release, you can easily find out how much, issues and epics are done during this release. It gives a name 1.0.0, but we're just curious to know how does it follow, a standard for naming? In my experience, that I just have a rule for it. For example, add numbers from if I had a plus, for example, minor in one of each project, I summed it up and use it in the whole version number. This is my rule for that. But,
Basically, those numbers have some meaning. Patch is the smallest value is the patch. You fix something. When you add the feature, you change the second number, and the first number is a breaking change. So we can, for instance, have the improve the minor version and major version in front end or back end. If probably back end can be stay the same, it doesn't have any breaking change, but the front end is improved basically. So yeah, I guess the one way to do it is to after each milestone, we get a pull request and see how much and what's the version on each repo. I don't have any better solution in my mind. Maybe, I don't know. Trick, what do you think? Do you have anything? Or Muhammad, do you have anything better?
I don't have any idea. I can share my experience about using semantic version here. Maybe it helps us.
Right now, we don't have. Honestly, we don't have enough time. If you,
okay.
Yeah, we have 6 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just have 6 minutes, and we have 2 topics left. One mobile, one or plan for, pushing someone to help us during these days, or hiring someone. And I myself, let's start with the resources. I think the Transact might be at risk, but we can do it. But Lauren, right now I'm just very curious to know that if the developers at your site do have exact estimation on what were they going to do, or we just guess. For example, if we have for example, I heard you might have a rabbit hole, so it's doubled the risk of the delivery. To be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I don't actually know, like with this one thing we were talking about, this like Argive managing the funds thing. I don't really know what all of that would entail, so it's hard for me to like give an estimate of like what amount of dev work it would require. We kind of just need like an experienced person to like try to help figure out where the things we don't know how to do it yet, so we need to figure out how to do it. So that's why it's like a rabbit hole. So I don't have the technical capability to like really give a good estimate for it.
Good. We can make a user story as clear as it could be and have an estimation over it, and after that we can decide that we need resources or not. We're here just guessing about what's the future. But for now, I think that we can't hire people because we don't have enough space to onboard them. But I think we can push anyone for special projects like Transact. I don't know about the other things, maybe Aminoid Bear, but about the small and projects that have boundaries. They're not have to get coordinations, and we might give them and forget about. And do you have something to add, everybody?
Yeah, I think having somebody support with something more packaged like Transact would be like a good idea, and I like the idea of like reaching out to Carlos or to Kai and seeing if they could come on for this sort of like package implementation thing, and then that would make it easier. And then we could like reallocate like Mohammed to support with the Argive thing for the Give economy.
Yeah, I know that Kai mentioned last call that he was going to put some effort on DevOps side and maybe optimize whatever was possible in the backend. So I think that from him, we already have him as much as we can. I hope that Carlos, if we can get him interested, I think that he would be ideal to get the Transact thing, as it's one isolated feature, and I believe that he has the experience on it because his main job is connecting many payment systems, centralized payment system, and he's really good at it. I hope that he get us. And also, I'm thinking that I hope and I want to check on Merlin, but the time that Merlin was around, the improvement on the front end side was really quick and really amazing. So maybe if he has the bandwidth to join us for a little while, I think that some pages on the front end with the redesign are going to happen very quickly. He kind of disappeared around May, but yeah, we can ask him. Maybe he can be interested. I'm not sure about James, but we can also ask him because he was really into another project. But if we can get Carlos and maybe Merlin, I think that we could solve a lot of issues.
I'm skeptical that Merlin will have any bandwidth. I'm pretty sure he started a project and got investment.
No, but never mind.
Okay.
I'll ask both James and Merlin if they have any bandwidth this month, but it's unlikely.
Is the give block necessary right now? I think it gets serious, but I don't have any updates.
It's contingent. It will be necessary if we are able to get Gemini to list the give token. So it's really contingent on the conversations with Ashley.
I heard that they confirmed it.
No, not at all. We confirmed that somebody will help us try.
Okay, so if we forget about the Gemini, the Carlos definitely can do it. Because about the give block. Because the only test that we have for Carlos during this month is just give block. If he can contribute and take the responsibility of Transact, we can do it. But Metal, we need at least it to be done in 2 weeks because we do need testing right after.
Yeah, I gave him a heads up. Waiting for a response. So yeah, I think that I can have an answer for later. And yeah, I think that I wanted to ask something because I'm also related to the blog thing. How possible it is that we just make the integration with them and they take the responsibility, or we ask them to take the responsibility to assign a wallet that will be focused on the givebacks and not one that is focused, not is linked to Gemini, so that we can, for example, make a link between all of the donations that they get, but the givebacks will not be given to that address, but this one that they assign manually. So they won't lose that privilege, and we can still have all of the projects, because I know that we right now can have that integration. I know that Carlos and with myself, we did research and it's possible. So the only thing is that we can choose to pick another address that they manually set instead of the Gemini one.
Let's put the Transact first priority, man.
Okay.
And after that, talk with him about it. If he can deliver the code in 2 weeks, I think that we can have enough time for testing, and after that we might go to Gemini or stuff. Why not?
Perfect.
Okay. Any other comments or objections? Amin, Cherrik, Rami, Muhammad.
Okay.
I guess we should prepare some job description for backend developer. I guess we have some ready and publish it in my LinkedIn, your LinkedIn. What?
There is already one on the docs.giveth.io/jobs. There's a back-end developer description, but if we need to update it, we can. Maybe I'll send it.
No. Let's see. Thank you. I will. I want to publish it in my LinkedIn.
I will.
I really want you to go to the interviews these days. Please.
Yeah, I will do it mine personally, as did for Ramin. For hiring Rami, I didn't consult with anyone. I hired him individually.
Yeah, interviewing, onboarding takes time. Forget about it these days. It seems to be not time consuming, but right after you finish a week, you figure out, wow, one day, it takes time. One day talking about about the issues with him. I think we did the same with Javad, without any obvious, outcomes. To be honest.
Yeah, he had not put much time yet. Plus, he's just focused on the bridge at this moment.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the outcomes. We let me. I suggest we forget about it these days, and we can do it right after. Thank you for your time. You're up the hour.
Really quick. Can you guys just tell me what the story is with the mobile? Are we like not focusing on mobile at all for the launch, or for like in the next month, or is that something that is on the list, or what's the status?
It's about the all of the web page are mobile friendly, but the main problem is just to connect the Explorer to the wallet, and we have this base problem there. Users can do it if they open their wallet and go to the Explorer, and after that they can do it. But if they want to use their own Explorers, we can't handle it, and we don't have a solution.
I'm not getting the I'm just looking for because right now when you go on a mobile it looks like shit, and I want to know, is that like a priority to change, or is it not? Which is fine either way, but it's a yes or no answer.
I say yes. Ramin, what do you say?
Is the new design taking into consideration mobile responsiveness? No?
We have responsiveness task. We plan for it. We even talk with the design team for the responsiveness.
But I mean, I was asking if we have it. I just don't know if the design is ready for it. It's just that.
Yeah, we talked about it. Even after, most IT have one-on-one with Ramin about that. That if we resize the page, which part should hidden, or we plan for it. We want to deliver it. But it's useless if the user can't connect its wallet.
No, but at least with Torus, they are able to do it, because Torus is completely split is different for MetaMask. And from MetaMask, I know there is a bug if you go and use it in the MetaMask browser that we need to check, because I think some user reported that bug a while ago.
And it's also not just about actually using the app. It's also, when you have a token, it's about looking good. People might just buy the token if they're looking on their phone, they see a tweet like, oh, Giveth just launched a token, and they go to Giveth.io and it looks like crap. Then that kind of sucks. They might not use the app, but if they just are on Twitter and they then go to our app, if we want to make it look good, then we should make it look good, and the functionality can be secondary. And it's great to hear that that's a priority. So that's all.
Yeah, but just want to make it clear that everybody approves. I think at the face of Ramin with some thoughts about it. Please tell me, if you have any problem with
it? Sorry, I got distracted.
About the the mobile view. Do you have any problem implemented? Can you approve that we have it until launch?
Of course we can have it, but the Mosaidi promised me that he would give me the design, the mobile design.
Yeah, that was the question I was making, actually. I know that we talked about it. It's just the design I was about.
Cool. I don't mean to be vulgar with it. It's not so bad. It's just like to know if that's something we're going for, and if not, then I was going to suggest that we just say, "Hey, this is not functional for mobile." If someone, put some kind of alert there or something.
No, we are using Flex and we are using modern components, so the app should be responsive. But maybe in some components it wouldn't be perfect. I mean, it wouldn't be 100% perfect. But even without any design, of course, it will be responsive.
Okay, cool. Sorry to take us over. I'm sure we all have other things.
Okay. If you have any question, please direct me. Love you all. Have a good